Hello, welcome to another edition of Ekiti Discourse. Let's talk Ekiti. My name is Tanimola Kolade.
And my name is Awoyifa Olaluwaseun.
I'm Asiwaju Kasale Oluwafe.
I'm Dancy Oluwafunbi.
Yeah, today we have with us an astute banker, an experienced banker, and also the CEO, chairman of a thriving hospitality business in Ekiti State and also outside the state, Barrister Benjamin Akomolafe Sunday. Barrister Benjamin had a banking career that has spanned over 14 years, where he worked with Pacific Bank to Oceanic Bank, Diamond Bank, and Sterling Bank, where he was the manager. Mr. Benjamin, thank you.
Good to have you, sir.
I'm pleased to be here too.
So, Barrister Benjamin Akomolafe, I know over time you always like saying that you are the son of a farmer. So, I have this question for you. Growing up as the son of a farmer, how was the experience knowing you were not born with a silver spoon?
My father was not educated. Didn't go to a proper school, but he can write. He can write good English. He can write well. You know, he was a trader. He was a trader managing the business of his dad, who was a chief in Iri. So from cocoa, so they do cocoa. So my father even, grew to the level of exporting cocoa abroad. He traveled abroad himself. So, but when he came back, the man who has about, there are about 6 siblings. His father had about 14 wives. So there are so many people. So he didn't go to school. In fact, vividly, he told me that the day he was to go into secondary school in Duarte Ijero, when he was Notre Dame Ushi, when he was to write exam to secondary school, he was the youngest. He sat the same class with the former ambassador to the retired ambassador to Germany, the same class with his brother. His brother finished from University of Lagos, but my father was managing the business of his father, so he didn't go to school. It's very painful to me because when I see his contemporaries becoming professors, becoming directors in the federal ministry, become permanent secretary, and he didn't go to school, despite how intelligent he was. So my father retired to start going to farm. So by the time I grew up to know my father. He owns a bookshop, really. But I grew up to see my father trekking 5 kilometers to the farm every day. So it's an experience that I cannot forget. So I see him doing the works, all those labor himself. Holding the whole cutlass, and even myself, he will take us to the farm. In the rain, we will sleep in the farm. We will sleep with him. At times we will go on Monday, we will not come back until Sunday morning or Saturday evening. So and we'll trek 5 kilometers to go. So, and even in the village, some of the people in the village see us as the body, despite all those hardships. They see us because my father has a bookshop, my father can read, can write, So it's an experience that most times I'm very proud to share because it's not a barrier for me in any way.
Oh, beautiful.
Right. Thank you very much, sir. So how was your transitioning from banking to being a lawyer? What inspired you to study law?
Before we talk about transition, we'll talk about the journey before I transit.
Yes.
You understand? So when I finished school, my idea was that I want to liberate my people. When I see my father wake up 5 a.m. in the morning and go to church, my house is opposite Anglican church. I'm an Anglican, a rooted Anglican person. He'll come back 5:30, 6 o'clock, he's already trekking to the farm. So in that journey, I was already thinking that my parents were suffering. I already have that mentality. So when I went to the university, I want to get a good job. I want to save them from hardship. So immediately I left school. My other siblings were doing local government job, doing immigration work. My brother is an assistant controller or deputy controller of immigration today. They want to go to immigration though, but I know that. So when I grew up, when I finished school, and I went to see my brother, I have a mentor. It's called Busari Abe. He rose to a very executive position in the bank, and now he's not more in the bank. So he's the one who was teaching us chemistry, physics, maths in Iri. So when I finished university, I saw him. I went to his house. I saw the way the house was a big rug, big fridge, big freezer. And my brother has been working in immigration for about 10 years. He's living in Agri Kolokwe here in Ekiti. So I already made up my mind that I'm not going to go to that line. So I already thinking that I'm going to go to the bank. So because I was driving Benz 190 as a young boy. So I already know that no, I won't do immigration. I want to go to the bank. So immediately I got to the NYC camp. I was already looking for ways to serve in the bank. And there was a caveat that no NYC member should be posted to the bank. There was nobody I didn't call in this country to be posted to the bank. I was not posted. So when I left the bank, every day in Ado Ekiti, a lot of people, when I see people, they go to Lagos because they want to go and look for a job. I pity them. I was in Akomolafe, that's where I live. So I'll wake up early in the morning, I'll go to PDP secretariat to go and take their paper, to go and check where the adverts on Guardian. Then I'll apply. So one morning I was going to Adebayo, I saw people in front of Pacific Bank. That was Pacific. Unity Bank was Pacific Bank that time. Yes. That was 2 months after I left NYC. I just told the taxi man to stop, and I lighted. I crossed. And I just saw somebody from my town. What was happening? I said they are doing interview. Which interview? He said bank. I went home to go and take all my credentials, and I joined them. And they picked 6 people, and I was one of them. And I didn't know anybody.
Wow. That's
That's good.
I didn't know anybody. I went to the interview because I knew what they want to hear. That's how I started banking. So we recruited myself, Demola Larry, the Germany, the Ajibari. I work with Wala Aribisala, Opims, all of us, Dupaluko, Bumishaka, all of us. So they were the confirmed staff were just contracted to searchers. That time it was the privatization. They were trying to privatize. Privatization. They were trying to search shares for private placement was what we were doing that time. So I did it, and after 6 months, we were all asked to go. When we were asked to go, I pick up a job as coordinator of Oak Pensions. There's an ARM pension. I was an executive in ARM pensions, and I saw advert in the paper. They're looking for coordinator. In fact, there's a story I need to share. When I got to the interview, I was in ARM, and I need to go to Lagos. Oak Pensions got the license, pension fund administration license. So they're trying to open all the states. When I got to the place, they have already recruited somebody for Ondo and Ekiti. But when I was interviewed, they don't have any choice than to split it. They knew that man cannot manage me. They can't. They said they can't. The spirit this one is carrying is not somebody that can be put under anybody. And that's the same story I got when I got banking job. So when I did Oak Pensions and I wrote to Shani Bank tests through the help of my late mentor, and the man who brought me up was Lawyer Oni. Today's late. So it's a story that my journey in Oceanic was the beginning of my banking, my real banking. From there, when Oceanic was to become EcoBank, smartly I left. I went to Diamond Bank, and when Diamond Bank was to become Access Bank, smartly I left. I went to Sterling Bank, and the same story in Sterling. When I got to Sterling Bank, the interview was in Minders. After they have interviewed manager, they just told the manager to look for account officers who can work with him. And I was on my way to Oye, Fuye. So somebody called me and said, hey Ben, where are you? I said, I'm on Fuye. He said, come back. So it was already giving managerial position. So when I entered the interview, I spent 1 hour 45 minutes with them. Did they allow me to go? By the time I came down, I saw Adamori was the chief of staff. They were coming out of Minders. Everybody there was just greeting me. Bow, Aburo. So even the executive of the bank already knew that this is the man who can do the job. They already knew. So, and the man that was supposed to be manager, they not told him that he has to work with me. He can't be my manager. I'm the one that will be his manager. Wow. So that's how I became the manager, and that's how the journey. Then transition. I read linguistics in the University of Ilorin, and I wanted to read. In fact, my name was out for law. I came home after I did IJMA levels, and I made 12 points. So I was supposed to get. My father didn't go to school. They didn't follow me to anywhere. I didn't even know. Nobody just told me they are doing IJMB in Ilorin, and I went. My mom will have to look for banana in the bush, orange. That's what they will put in the cart to follow me to Ilorin. When they sell, they give me money. If at times I wait for them to sell, to give me money. So when they give me, so when I was doing A-level, I was thinking that I need to pass very well. So and I passed out 12 points. Then I got to University of Ilorin. My name was out for law. I came home to come and pack yam, rice. Before I got there, my name was not there again. So I was not given linguistics. So I was not satisfied doing linguistics. I want to be a lawyer. So, but linguistics has allowed me to work in the bank for 40 years. But that dream of becoming a lawyer, there's no thing in life can take it away from me. So in 2015, immediately I became a manager of a bank. And I knew that now I have my time. I'm the manager, is what I tell my boss that, I just bought direct entry form and I started law. So that was how I transited from banking to law. A lot of people, they will say that boy is one taking money for Fauci, carrying money for Fauci. I am not. I'm saying it on here. He has never given me a dime in my life. In fact, I went there with a Samsung and I left there with a 3310.
Yeah, well done. It has been a journey. I'll call it a journey of progress.
Yes.
I call you Benzine. You've spoken about being a successful banker, and a lot of us wonder what led you into hospitality business.
Well, it's a story that if you will allow me to take time, but I like to speak about it very well.
No problem. That's what
You know that in 2015, when I become a manager, I have a property opposite Mountain of Fire. So when I finish it, I like to do things very well. So when my friends go there, they say, you want to rent out this house? I say, you have painted it like this. You have put AC, you have put everything. I say, yes. They say, why not you turn it to apartment? So that when they come, they eat, they sleep, they go, and you can clean your room again. That's how it started. And when I needed to name it, I went to count the plot from the main road to that my property is the 11th house.
Wow.
You understand? That's how the
The
name
name came from.
That's the genesis.
That's the genesis of that name.
House.
Yes. I went to count the plot and I said, okay, this is the 11th house. In fact, it was house 11 I called it. But I went to CSC. Well, of course, I was already trading in that name, unregistered. I was already trading in that name unregistered. So by the time I got to register it in CSC, that name already exists. So, and I told my person that 11 and house must not leave my name. So it was house 11, and I told my lawyer to change it, make it 11th house, and search it in between, and it goes. So that's how it started. So when I finish it, I have a brother, my brother Shem. So we started looking at it. My brother finished from university, who was not doing anything. Tunde, the one in Exo. So already traveling now. I just said he should come and manage it. So I saw that I was making, my salary that time was about, I was assistant manager. My salary was about maybe 500 or so, thereabout. And I was making 300, 400K every month. And I have kitchens, I have sitting room. So I was now wondering that, so I did build this sitting room, our rooms, and this kitchen, our room. I would have made more money now because those ones are not bringing money. And I said, okay. So I said, okay, at that time I had a fund that I used to set aside. It was 9 million that time. I bought my place, I bought it 5 million. And I had 4 million. I started in Chicken Republic with my brother. And we distributed that money to Iron. And that's how I started. About 1 year that I painted, I didn't open. I didn't get any help. I didn't get any loan. I didn't get... In fact, at that time, a lot of people were thinking that I'm not even the owner. So that's how I started. So when I started, if I started specifically 24th of August 2017, when there was a Jiroko, so a lot of dignitaries came to Ekiti. So I have bed, mattress, but I didn't have rug. I didn't have a lot of things in the hotel. So when they came in, they saw that it's new. They said they will sleep there like that. That even the ones that they have gone to, is not as neat as this one. So they said they will sleep. I remember vividly that Kwambo, the former governor of Gombe. So all his entourage, all his department, it was to be honored with the chieftaincy title here. Yes. At the way. So he has a lot of commissioners, they came with him, they come to him to come and honor him. The jamboree, the political jamboree, And when they got to my facility, that's how that day, the next morning, they paid me about 530,000 cash. So when I saw that money, I went to buy rug, I went to buy a few things that I didn't have, and I put it there. That's how I started. Today, my facility is 8 years old. And if you go inside, if you go to my toilet, you can't see one stain on my toilet. Go and check it. You go and check it. So, when I finished that one, that's my property already. I already knew that it's a loss for me. I put it for sale, and I sold for 20 million. And I went to Akure to go and buy land. I went to buy land in Akure. I bought my land about 18 million. And I started. By the time I finished, I went to Sterling Bank to go and take loan. I took loan of about 30 million from Sterling. So from Zenith. So by December 23, my facility is already almost ready. That's how people also came and said, one church said they want to do something, and they started. Immediately I finished coronavirus. I opened January fully. By March, coronavirus started. I was having loans. In fact, that time they were giving COVID loan to people. I personally went to look for the name of the MD of NISA on internet. I sent me a personal mail. I blackmailed him that you have given people in Ekiti State this money who are politicians, who have never given business owner. He took my number personally and added it to the head of credit, and they called me and I got that loan.
Wow.
So when I see young people, when they sit down, when they talk, I say, because they are not smart. They are not smart. When I saw that NISA, and I know online, a lot of people will have applied, I just went to look for his name. I find his email, and I sent a personal mail. I blackmail him that you have given 30 people you are here to say that all these people you have given are politicians. I've not helped any business here. And I'm a business owner, and I name about 50 business owners in Ekiti. I called them to look at card. I said, have you collected? No. I called this. I name all the business. Go and tell your officer to go and find out if these people I've been given this money. So people you have given money to are politicians. So the man took my number personally, and they sent me personal mail, and they gave me money. So that's how I opened my place. And between that coronavirus, God really helped me. The commissioner of police of Ondo State was changed, and they brought him to Ondo State, the new one. So he was to live in Heritage. When he got to Heritage, he met and AIG is also staying there. He said he doesn't want to stay with AIG. That time they nearly created the zone in the So he said he just got to my facility, said he liked it. So that's how he started sleeping in my hotel. So from March, he spent about 4 months there. So all hotels were shut, but commissioner of police was in my hotel. So which is paraphernalia, cars, machines outside. So everybody, all those street boys, I won't call them. I don't like them really. All those Yahoo boys start coming to my facility. Before I woke up in the morning, 6 o'clock, they have sold 300 plates of food. That's how I started making money. Wow. Because they saw police, they saw cover. My rooms were fully booked for about 4 months. I made a lot of money. And I went to Ibadan to buy land of about 80 million. I bought my land where I built a hotel in Ibadan in 2020 for over 80 million. And I didn't borrow one, I didn't steal money from anybody. So as at that time, I've sold my house. I don't have any house. I was just squatting around. A lot of people, I was in the hotel one time. That time I already have this land, but I was thinking that I don't want to dip my hand into my money I've saved to build. I've begun to sell my land. My facility is worth 1 billion. Is what over one is. Have you been there in Ibadan?
I've been there.
You see. So I spent a lot of money there. And as at the time I opened it in November 2022, I was owing 203 million. Wow. 203 million. And I needed to go to law school in January. And I need to leave it to somebody to manage for me. And I was owing money. And as I speak to you today, I'm not owing anybody. Damn.
That's inspiring.
The journey to hospitality, the only thing that has sustained me is discipline. You cannot see me eating 4 meats at a time. But you cannot see me eating less what I'm supposed to eat. So the difference between the successful man and the man who has not succeeded is discipline. The difference between you guys and other people who are politicians, who are earning salary, is because we have thought about talking about Ekiti. It's what we have thought about, disrupting that sequence. We have thought about doing something differently. Money that can't just come to you. Money can't just come to you. So the difference when they say, I will say confidently that I started a business with less than 50 million in 2017. Today is well over, it's close to 3 billion. And I'm not owing anybody a dime. I just about opening a place in Akure. I built another place in Akure now. But I'm going to sell it because by 2026, I need to be in Lagos. Because when I was in a bank, my bank has about 80 branches. 53 branches were in Lagos. 33 other branches were scattered all over Nigeria. So it means if you are doing any business in the country and you're not in Lagos, you're not doing anything. So First Bank has about 200 branches. 53 branches of First Bank are in Marina alone. So what are you talking about? So what am I doing? What am I doing that I'm not in Lagos? So immediately I woke up on my bed one day, I said, I'm not in Lagos. And I'm building another facility in Akure. I said, I put it for sale. It's not for sale now. I'm going to sell. And I'm going to buy. Of course, I bought another property in Ibadan to build apartment. I bought another property in Jericho to build, but I put it on note. When the veil in my face was open, I like, what am I doing? People, Lagos, the largest economy in the whole West Africa. What am I doing? I have to be there. So the focus now is to be in Lagos. And in the next 1 year, we'll be in Lagos.
Thank you very much, sir. You have actually spoken a lot, but then again, yes, you have said some challenges. But now, in relating to Ekiti, like as a business owner in Ekiti State, what challenges have you been facing, and how do you think it can be resolved? And sorry, before you continue, sir, in 11th house, how many Ekiti sons and daughters, and what is your wage be like?
Well, let me start by the workers. I think I have staff about 50, because some of them also we do borderless work. They go to Akure, they come, they work, they can, But I have about 50. My wage bill is about 3 million monthly. And carefully, everybody, of course, we are. When they say that this quota system that used to use, we put competence over all those sentiments. But yet, we have very qualified, very, 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 very qualified individuals. So the first thing I look out for in anybody I see in the hotel is that, where is he from? Is he from Ekiti? If he's from Ekiti, it's better for me, because he's more committed to the place. If he's a Plateau boy, if he damages something, he ran back to Plateau. But if I told my GM, specifically, we prefer to employ Ekiti people, then I will ensure that if you come, you will notice that every staff of my staff, they all go to school.
Yes.
All those girls.
Yeah.
They are all doing HND, because in their meeting, I'll tell them that I was in the bank when I built this place and I was in school. I was stealing bank time to go to school, steal my time, go to school. So the challenges we have too is that some of these people, they don't want to stay. But I try on the employee level, I try to hold them, just for them to also achieve something. If you are building, I ask you, do you have a house? Do you have a land? Do you want to go to school? Do you have challenges? Don't worry, tell somebody to hold on go to school, go and write exam, have HND. Then I ensure that I don't bring new people. I push them up. You know that like Akim started as like a receptionist. Today he's the manager. He's a graduate. Of course, the money he earns is not. At least I'm not sure level 14 can earn what he has. Then the boy, the Timilean that is already in school. I push him up so I just create that career path, and I ensure they are all from Ekiti, even in Ibadan. I recruited them here. I bought a place now, house, accommodation, because I know they can't afford to leave that place. I said, go and live there.
That's good.
Go and live there, so that because I know that if you are around me, the money may not be enough for you. But the aura of the positive aura around us, there was something that happened in my church when Baba FAD was doing birthday. I will speak Ekiti now. Okunle Swaju church. There was a boy, 11-year-old boy, whose birthday coincides with his. The first thing the pastor said that only one more, only you'll be 97 years old. So that is why when you stay around positive people, Emma Farakuri. That's why as a girl, as a guy, as a man, you must specifically choose people that moves around you. So I'm actually to buy the Binon Binasara, Farako Binon. So I specifically choose Ekiti indigenous to work for me, because when they get married, I take it upon myself. I become the chairman of the event. But if it's a Plateau, you go and get married in Plateau. But imagine my chef, Titi.
Yeah.
She has been with me since 2017. She has gone to school. She has gone to confectionery. Like now, I pay money for my manager now to go to Lagos Business School in September. I paid money for him for training. You know how much I paid for somebody to go to Lagos Business School? I'm a student now as I speak. I paid 15 million and I paid $4,000. If you calculate it, it's about almost close to 20 million for me to just go and read for 6 months. So you can imagine how much I paid for him to go. Of course, it's about a week program. But that 1 week program, if I tell you how much I paid, that's how much I want him. He already had an entry for himself. But I want him to also learn. And I allow him to also run his own business, so that he grow. Today, he's happy. I'm happy. The day he was commissioning his house, a lot of people were saying that, you bring your guy to this house. The house is built. It's almost as big as my own. I'm happy. I'm happy that he built a house. Do I want to carry money to heaven? I'm happy. So because I went there to cut the tape. I brought people. We were doing party. And when the Fuye told me that they want to give me a place to open business, I said, Eatery, I don't need Eatery. My wife is abroad. GM, go and open Eatery. His wife is doing well. So all other people. So even Akim too is already doing something in Canada now. I'm proud to say that everybody, what he needs, anything, is me that will do it for him. So if he goes to Canada, today I can call him. The Udo that I said to Canada, I didn't know him. He's not related to me in any way. He lives in my hotel. From my hotel, he went to board to Ohio. Today, he has a PhD in Ohio. Udo is from Ikere. So these are the things that, but these challenges, the other way, is that some of them too, they are not reliable. Most of them, I put money in my room. You know, I used to like mint money. You can't see me with a dirty note, and I'll pack them on my notes, and I'll look at the number. Some of them, when they enter my room, they'll take some from it. Most of them, I will not ask them. I'll just go and speak to them. Of course, me, I'm a lawyer now. If you take my money, I'll ask you the money. What did you eat yesterday? If you say so, where did you buy something? If you say so, I'll go there. If I said that mommy, we'll catch you along here. I'll take out my money there. I'll look at the number and I'll check it with the number I have in the house. It will correlate. We are too smart for anybody to outsmart us. We are too smart, but we give room for people to misbehave, to accommodate their stupidity, because we are also in areas we are also equally stupid at times. So you understand. So these are the challenges in the area of my business. The only challenge we have is that at least Ekiti State, the security challenges. Now, people don't want to come, and it's not peculiar to Ekiti; it's everywhere. So I will not blame government for it. And there's no government that will sit down and want a state, people to be killing the state. Will anybody sit down? I'm sure the governor too will be sleepless. So these are the major challenges, and the electricity. And like Mr. Kasali said, he said government is doing something about it. And I hope they are truly doing something about it. At least it will foster businesses along that axis. Because in Akure, specifically, there are commercial lines into business area, concentrated area. In Ibadan, there is no area like in Adebayo that will not have commercial. Now, so I want to use this medium to tell you, Mr. You know.
No, you are talking to the government will hear you.
For them to, my governor, I told them one day that if governor give me 2 months, if he give me 500 million to draw that line, in 6 months I'll generate that money back to government. I can tell you for free. I wrote to the Commissioner of Utility and I told him that, sir, the transformer that I bought in Akure, with my money, the BEDC collected the receipt and said, it's no more my property. But if you drag commercial line, let's have arrangement with them, drag it to Adebayo, tell them for anybody to connect, you should pay 5 million. Will 100 people not connect? Because I paid 8 million to connect in Akure for the connection for the wire. If government says, once you are to tap that light, to even go and pay 5 million, but you will pay 50%, then we'll collect money instrumentally, so that it will not hit into your... Everybody, 100 shops will connect immediately. They will buy transformer and they will connect. And that 3 million times 100 is how much? Because you have saved me diesel. You have saved me... I'm sleeping in my room with my wife. They call me. You understand? So that's how we can that's challenges that is all over. And the tariff, government is, these are macroeconomics issues that governors specifically do not have, powers over. But at least there are ways we can run it if they allow us, because they see us as opposition. If they allow us to bring ideas, we'll come on board. We have run our business successfully, and we can also help give up suggestions that are valid.
Yeah, I want to come in there. Can you talk more on governance and politics, and a kind of advice to young people in Ekiti who are looking up to you as a role model, and they want to be like you? But I believe a lot of us now, young people, don't want to go the rougher way to get to the top. We just want quick fix. So, managing governance and politics, and also your word of encouragement to the young people?
Governance, when you say governance, the only thing we do here is politics. So, and I'll speak from that area, the governor that we have today, at least, is accommodating everybody. Is at least before I've seen people who were governor who were demolishing people filling station. It's criminal. It's crazy to see a building that has government approval. Was government sleeping when they stamp approval for that person? Government is even they are complicit in that conspiracy, because they want to pull down filling station. They want to pull down building. They were land grabbing. Today, this government has established a land grabbing agency. If you do it, it's 15 years imprisonment. So, enabling environment, well, because I know the governor personally. I know Bradley, all of us. Nobody is afraid to say anything. So governance, at least the enabling environment, to me, they have created an enabling environment for everybody to thrive, for businesses to thrive. And when he speaks, most times you know that he speaks like somebody who wants the environment. So that's what we need. So enabling environment, that's what we need. So all the youth, people that are in government, most people, when they give them essay or something, they just relax. Like I'm sorry to say, the generation ahead of us, they mix it. They were PA for about 30 years of their lives. They are 55 today. Some of them are still PA. But some of us in this generation, me, in my generation, I'm 45 now. We will not do PA. We will be chief executive. We will be the one to drive. If they don't give us willingly, we will take it unwillingly. We will drive. So, young people, the first thing to win any environment is self-reliance. My brother, it's self-reliance. If you earn salary at times, like my friend, there's a friend Adaba. I helped Adaba. Adaba is in London now. My friend is my friend. When he was there, he was doing blog, doing everything. You see, the only thing I learned about Benjamin is that if they pay Benjamin my leave allowance 100,000, my people, they go and drink. The first thing I'll do, I'll take 60,000, 70,000 from it to my savings. I'll take 30,000 to my wife. I'll give him 20,000. I'll hold 10,000. So if you are earning 300, 400, it won't be forever. You need to make sure that you are doing something. When I saw your videos of your farm, where you were doing all those things, I like it. We have to be self-reliant, because if you are not self-reliant as young people, there's no way you'll be at the mercy of people. You'll not even be able to say the truth. You'll not be able to say the truth. So the best thing for everybody, of course, we are predominantly a civil service state, and everything we get here is driven by government. But in that government too, at least Kasali is doing well for himself. At least for him to even earn an appointment, even for a young person to earn an appointment, it's more that you must have done some things. But beyond that appointment, we must have some things to do. Today now, if I'm in this room, if I open my phone, I will have received about 30 alerts. It's working for me. Of course, what I need to do now is that, tech now. If I say young man who told me that, sir, I'll work for you, I'll do this and I'll put this in your platform, I'll do this. Your customer base will increase by this time, Mama. Will I not pay?
Definitely pay.
Will I not pay? I'll pay now. I was still talking to Titi. I saw Titi Oble in one place yesterday. Where I said, you guys, can you do something? That's what we brought technologies of everybody is looking for now. So everybody should just look for one thing. Or the other, I have a boy who is in Foye, who left Foye. He was earning about $500. As he has not even gone to serve. He's just serving now a month. I was even shocked. He was doing all this online. He was doing about 2 jobs. He would put 3 laptops and all. If you are self-reliant, that's when you can even give back to government. It's not that all of us want to take from government. I think.
Wow, Barrister Benjamin Akomolafe, it has really been enthralling and insightful speaking with you. A lot of takeaways for us as individuals and the general populace in Ekiti, and also the young person in Ekiti. Your story is a story of resilience,
Discipline.
discipline. And it was really great speaking with you. We hope to do this another time when you finally have your hotel in Lagos.
Amen.
Come
Amen.
and do that in Lagos.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Yes.
sir.
Thank you so,
Thank
so
you.
much.
I'm pleased to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, to everyone watching, this is Ekiti Discourse. Let's talk Ekiti, and we hope to see you some other time.